It's amazing. You know, this whole idea that corporations are people really first was presented to the American public in 1886. And it was insane then. In fact, Delphin Delmas, the lawyer who argued on behalf of Santa Clara County in the Santa Clara County versus Southern Pacific Railroad case in 1886 in front of the Supreme Court said, if you're asserting that corporations are persons, do you mean that they should be allowed to enter into legal matrimony? And J.W. Sanderson, who was the lawyer for the railroads, who was arguing that corporations were people, said, no, that would be absurd. Well, Angela Marie Vogel is on the line. Am I saying it right, Angela?
Yep, that's right.
Great. You are the bride of the corporation. You're an activist with Envision Seattle, and the website the letter I, 103, digits 103.org, Seattle's Community Bill of Rights Initiative 103. It looks really cool. Angela, thank you, and welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me about your wedding.
It was beautiful. Everything was donated. We didn't spend any money. And it was just really fun to see how many people in the community wanted to reach out and be a part of this. Mm-hmm. We had flowers donated. We had all different musicians that wanted to be a part of it. Of course, Pastor Rich Lang is always amazing. Yeah. And so it was a really beautiful ceremony. We even had a marching band all the way down to the King County Admin Building. Wow. And a lot of community support. A lot of people joined in and stopped and listened to the ceremony and honks and cheers. And so clearly this isn't just a cause for crazy activists.
Yeah, no,
a lot of people in the community are into.
Yeah, this is catching on. Now, I'm curious. I reported in the news that King County actually gave you a wedding license. Is that true?
They did. So the way that it works when you apply for your marriage license is that you actually have to wait 3 days to have like the judge or pastor or whatever sign it. Mm-hmm. So we were issued the license. It wouldn't have been finalized until Friday. Mm-hmm. They have come back now and said that they are going to be denying it and refunding our license fee because of the age of corporate person. Corporate person was born on June 6th, 2012. So he's only a month and a half old.
So you cannot marry a month and a half old person.
What that implies to me is that if I were trying to marry,
Standard Oil,
Microsoft or Boeing or whatever, and they're older than 18 years, what reason are they going to come up with?
Right, you could have married Halliburton. It's only 30, 40 years old, maybe 50. I don't know. Yeah. Or Standard Oil, it's only 140 years old.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it speaks a lot to the legitimacy of what we were doing, that was the only reason they could come up with to turn
That was the only excuse they had, that the corporation was a month and a half old. Now, tell me about I-103. Just seriously here, Seattle's Community Bill of Rights. This is Initiative 103, I103.org. It's a great website. Tell me, what are you all doing there?
First and the most important part is to eliminate corporate personhood in Seattle politics. We have a lot of examples of how corporate personhood in Seattle costs us a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I would say, the most recent example is lawsuits from the phone book companies saying that leaving a phone book on your front porch is free speech. And clearly, we're not saying that corporations shouldn't exist at all, and so clearly there have to be, some rights and such associated with that, but not in such a, they shouldn't get constitutional rights. There shouldn't be free speech and that sort of thing. But I-103 also covers a lot of other bases that would help bring the rights back to the community rather than to the corporations.
Is I-103 is a Seattle? This is just a city, a metropolitan initiative. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it'll be on the ballot in November, in the November elections?
No. If we can get about 20,000 more signatures by the end of September, then it'll be on the ballot in 2013.
Okay, great.
The Seattle initiative process is not really well designed for citizen action. Mm-hmm. It's really well designed for people that want to go pay signature gatherers.
Yeah.
And part of I-103 would eliminate paid signature gatherers, so of course we haven't done that.
Right. Right. So what we need now, do people need to be residents of Seattle to sign your petition?
Yes.
Okay, so
if they are residents of Seattle, what they can best do to help, you can go on the I-103 website and print off petition sheets and a copy of the petition,
right,
and just get your friends and your neighbors and whoever you know in Seattle to sign it, and then mail it back to us.
Right. So all of our listeners listening on Talk 1090 in Seattle, and I'll be there this weekend, by the way, which should be a lot of fun. Go to i103.org and then print it out and get registered Seattle-based voters. And now, people who are not in Seattle who want to support what you're doing, is there a way that they can do that on the i103.org website?
They should be able to donate.
Okay, great.
That would be really helpful.
Yeah, and the other thing is, do it in your town.
That's exactly it. I hope I'm not taking up too much time, but I'm going to tell a really quick little story here.
We only have about 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll skip the story, but I just want to say that, we've already seen the states at state levels failing, to get corporations out of our politics.
Right.
We really need to be working at community levels. That's where we can affect the most change.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And this is something where the Community Environmental Legal Defense Fund, CELDEF.org, has been very active as well. But good on you, Angela, for being an activist and using the theater of the absurd to highlight and wake people up. Thank you so much, Angela.
Thank you, Tom. Have a great day.
And please give our best to the good pastor and everybody who was involved. Angela Marie Vogel, I103.org.